Predators, I'm Miss Fraderigo and welcome to the Mojave Desert. On this virtual field trip, we'll be exploring adaptations and variations in two species of darkling beetles that live in the Mojave Desert. Today we're looking at the pinnacate beetle and the blue death feigning beetle. You can see that they are similar, but a little different too. That's what we call a variation. A variation is a difference in the structure or function between individuals within a species or between species. One variation is coloration. The blue death feigning beetle is blue and the pinnacate beetle is black. Both of these beetles are adapted to live in an arid desert. That means there's very little water and it's very dry. So they secrete a waxy coat that helps them to prevent water loss. An adaptation is a trait that helps the animal survive in its environment. The blue death feigning beetle's waxy coat gives it its blue coloration. I'm going to mist this blue death feigning beetle to simulate rain. When it rains, the blue death feigning beetle will lose its waxy coat and show its actual coloration. See how the blue death feigning beetle is no longer blue? What color do you see now? Yep, it's black, just like the pinnacate beetle. So the waxy coat is the beetle's adaptation to go without water. But in the case of the pinnacate beetle, it remains jet black. This is a variation between the two species. Many insects are adapted to use camouflage to blend into their environment so predators can't find them, like this grasshopper. Can you find it? There it is. But darkling beetles don't use camouflage. As they go wandering through the desert, searching for decaying plants to eat, they can be easily spotted. So what keeps these beetles from being eaten by predators? Well, they've developed a defense mechanism. But how these beetles use that defense mechanism, that's where they have variation. Watch as this pinnacate beetle is approached by a predator. Notice it lifts up its rear and sprayed out a noxious chemical. This drove the predator away. The blue death feigning beetle doesn't have the ability to spray. Instead, it plays dead. That's right, this beetle isn't dead. He's just playing dead. Looks real, doesn't it? This is how he avoids being eaten. When a predator comes along and wants a nice, tasty meal, it'll pass up this beetle and not eat it because it looks dead. Once the predator has left, the blue death feigning beetle will come back to life. Let's recap. The pinnacate beetle and the blue death feigning beetle are adapted to survive in the desert by having waxy secretions, but they have variation in that the waxy secretion makes the blue death feigning beetle blue. They are also adapted to have a defense mechanism to avoid being eaten by predators, but the variation is that the blue death feigning beetle plays dead and the pinnacate beetle has a noxious spray. Now that you've learned about variation in darkling beetles, you can start to look for variations in other insect species and understand why there are so many insects. Through adaptation and variation, insects have dominated the earth. Now it's your turn. Match the variations to each type of beetle. If you need more time, pause the video. Let's see how you did. The pinnacate beetle has smooth elytra. It is 1.4 inches in length and has an oblong body. The death feigning beetle has bumpy elytra, is 0.75 inches in length, and has a round body. Well, that's it for this virtual field trip. We'll see you on the next one.